Hi all, it's Redsphere here. I am going to be making an introductory video about for ourselves. One of the, however, before I do that, the system has a desire to speak to say a small amount on the situation in Ukraine. And obviously it's difficult to know for certain. There's a lot of misinformation on it right now, but there's civilians dying and innocent people dying, and we need to, where possible, it's important to help them where if possible, and to that end we have given what we can afford to one of the charities working in the area, attempting to help out, and going to put in the description a link to a list of charities working in the area who will say and ask that if you can to provide aid, where if obviously your own well-being has to come first, but if you do have the spare resources, please do consider helping out in this terrible situation as in any way you can. It's obviously not saying go out of your hurt yourselves, but there's potential risks there. Anyway, okay, that wasn't very eloquent. Sorry about that. Okay, so we onto the introduction. Hey all, we the Red Sphere subsystem use air as ourselves pronouns. Most of us are triple A's for in terms of, obviously that varies, but that's a general idea as to what's going on there. Yeah. Anyway, that's how it goes. Oh, okay. Yes. Sorry, I'm not focused. Really struggling to focus. Very dissociated. It is difficult one. But there we are. Okay. Let's see. There we go. Okay. Yes. Yes. Okay. So, anyway. Yes. Okay. So, we are something approaching trauma holders, I suppose, as the closest label. Okay. Cool. Yes. Okay. Anyway, yes, so most trauma holders, well, in fact, entirely trauma holders of some form or another, and, we well, aren't going to go into detail on the trauma here. Um, if you've watched all our videos, you can probably get some idea of what's going on. But there's ideas, in regards to the trauma. But if you haven't, that's fair enough. And that's how it is. Okay, yes. So far we've been appreciating the YouTube making YouTube stuff. It's um that's how it is. Um, yeah, okay. Sorry, being distracted by the game. Yeah, okay. Obviously this is surprisingly entertaining. I was just looking for something um other than Snuxer because it came to our attention that which is what we've normally been using as a game for YouTube videos, but it came to our attention that the creator of that game was doing stuff with NFTs, and that's not something we can support, which is a shame because it's a good game, but well, I'm willing to support that any further by showing the game on our YouTube. Now, it's unlikely to make a difference realistically, but the point still stands. We're going to make a stand on things regardless. Anyway, yes, it's been hard to figure out other hobbies and interests because, you know, we are a complete, we're a mixture of people, but, yes, you know, we're a large mixture of people stuck together, and it can be blurry together a lot. So, on top of that, you add in limited amount of front time, and it's difficult to figure out what interests and likes and so on are for us. Um, yeah, okay. So, internally, we will appear mostly just as a large red sphere. Um, do occasion when someone specific takes front in the subsystem will present as an individual. That's not always the case. You know, um, as we mentioned, often blurry, and a lot of us do um, enjoy the anonymity of things. Um, yeah, so you know, it's kind of nice, yeah, just being one of many rather than being a distinguishable individual, and that's how a lot of us feel. So that's how that is. Okay. We in terms of working with headmates and stuff, you know, we try to get on well, and try to work with them. There's um, you know, due to the way things have been in the past, it's not always successful or welcomed. But that's how it is at the minute. We do try, and it's not always welcomed, and there's reasons for that. You know, there's times in the past where we did we were put in a position where we hurt people internal and externally to survive, and there's um yeah there's quite obviously some amount of understandably some amount of dislike and distrust over that, um you know and but especially given that some of us learned to enjoy what we did, you know um there's now guilt over that, of course, but that's how it is. Right? There's the past is the past, and we're trying to do better. We're in a better place now, and trying to be good people. Although, um, unsure how it's not always going to be a perfect opportunity. You're not going to do excellently all the time, but we do attempt to do so. Um, yeah. Okay. Uh, Born. Okay. Yes. You know, as we said, some of the systems dislike and distrust us, and there's no reason to hold. I mean, there are reasons to hold that against them. We're trying, but to hold that against them now would be counterproductive. So that's how it is. You know, yeah. There's you know continue. Well, we're going to continue to work on our relationship with the rest of the system and external threats, but it is how it is. Um, you know, um, we're going to also work to, um, you know, uh, to be uh, keep the body safe as best as possible and away from the space we were in the past. Um, you know, the thing is both both attempting to fix that relationship with the system members and keeping the body safe are probably going to be permanent, relatively thankless tasks. You know, um, it is how it is. Yeah. Anyway, um, we don't expect either of those to be finished ever, at least for as long as the body is around. And so we will, we're going to continue working on it, of course. It doesn't matter so much, but that's how it is. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, it's frustrating sometimes. You know, because it's effectively senseless work, but um, it is what it is. Um, that is certain, it's work that needs to be done, and we're the ones who can do it. Well, we're not the only. Well, we're the only ones that can fix our relationship with the rest of the system, and we're not the only ones working on keeping the body safer than we were in the past. So not always together. Unfortunately, people don't always agree, but we're working towards a common goal, and generally compromises can be found on options for where we disagree on what the best plan is. There's work, there is stuff that can be, yeah, compromise where possible, well, where necessary. Yeah, so that's how it is. Yes, okay, come on. Focusing too much on the game. This is problematic, but there we are. Okay. Um, you know, yeah. Um, yeah. Okay. Don't want to say that bit. Um, no, that bit of the script isn't something I want to say now. It was good to write out, but it was unfair to post publicly. So I'm going to skip that. Um, yeah. And, we might not necessarily agree wholeheartedly with the, you know, with our headmates, and we might not agree with everything they've done and share their perspective on things, but, they are trying their best for the most part, and so we don't want to be too cruel to them. That is how it is. Yeah. Let's see. The last uh, major thing is that hey, yeah, okay. That is you know, right, yes, okay. Age, yes, that's the last thing on the script. Version subsystem, surprise, surprise. There's some amount of course, um, you know, some of us have ages, some of us don't. Um, the subsystem has existed for most of the uh living, most of our body's time on in existence. You know, not everyone's subsystem, but that is the way it is. Um, that's how it goes. Yeah. Um, tend to use ageless, just as a generalized descriptor. Individual members vary wildly, but that's how it is. Yeah. Okay. I think that's the video.